Hello, my name is Kerry-Anne Hastings and I'm part of the Scotland Senior Women's Hockey Programme. So a wee bit about me. In 2017, I graduated from Northumbria University in Applied Sports Sciences with coaching. And then in January, just there, I finished my Masters in Education at Durham University. And I'm hoping to, in September, do my teacher training and get into PE secondary, which is very exciting. Now, hockey side of things, I have been playing hockey for 17 years now. So I started when I was 8 years old at my school, then joined a club, Cala Hockey Club, and then I got selected to be part of the East District programme and working my way through the age groups, same with my age groups of Scotland side of things as well. And I've now been part of the Scotland Senior Women's for 4 years now, so which is very exciting. So that's just a wee bit about me.
What would you say are your biggest sporting achievements?
So my biggest sporting achievement in hockey would have to be when I gained my first cap for Scotland. That was back in February 2019 against Italy, and it was in Rome as well. And the reason being was because back in May 2018, I had hip surgery, and I came out of the surgery not being able to walk. And then 9 months later, I managed to get my first cap for Scotland. And the moment that I got that cap was so important to me because I knew that I put in so much hard work in my rehab to get back onto the hockey pitch. I went from not being able to walk to playing in an international match. So that's a very special moment for me.
What's your experience being a woman in sport?
My experience of being a woman in sport has been 9 times out of 10 very positive. However, I know that's because of the sport that I pick. Hockey has always been seen as a more female sport. Ever since I was younger, a lot more girls would play hockey than boys out there. And that is definitely changing, and I would hope that it does change because it's so important to be inclusive and diverse within your hockey squads. However, I can appreciate it be harder to get into the sports which are more male orientated or male dominant, such as the likes of rugby or football. It's very difficult and intimidating to get into those sports and kind of prove your passion through them. And the only way that I can kind of relate to is a slight negative connotation of being a woman in sport is this body image of societal norms that you have to be small. It's not great to have muscle and stuff. However, I'm the complete opposite. I have to be strong. I have to be powerful on the hockey pitch. And going into that weight section, it's intimidating and it's scary to lift weights and not feel confident to do so. But I know that these times are changing, and I feel more confident to go in there and actually make an impact and not be bothered about what other people think of me. And I think it's so important that we do fight our passion within our sport, and it's okay to play whatever you want to or be part of any sport that you want to be part of, whether it's seen as more male or whether it's seen as more female. I think sport just needs to be inclusive and diverse no matter who you are or what you want to be.
What changes have been made in recent years with regard to gender in sport?
Now, over the years, I've definitely seen a change in gender in sport. For example, when I was younger, I didn't see any women's sport on TV. I only watched males playing rugby or football or cricket. But now the coverage is getting so much better, and actually we're able to watch our role models on TV, which is so important to inspire the younger generation and know that you can get into any sport that you would like to. And also the talking about the pay gap within women in sport and in comparison to males. And there's definitely talk in the football side of things of the males and females should have exactly the same equal pay. And it's all dependent on the broadcasting rights and everything, which is a very sticky topic because it's all based on money again. And I think there are changes getting made. They are very slow, but I'm just so proud and glad that we've got social media to actually highlight and celebrate women in sport these days. And we can actually see it on our screens rather than just hearing it on a newspaper or randomly through word of mouth. It's actually being broadcasted and celebrating the amazing achievements some women have made over the years in their sport.
What advice would you give to young girls in sport today?
And my advice to young girls in sport today would be don't be afraid to try something new. Go and try as many sports as possible, whether that's individual, team sports. It's every single sport is fantastic. And if you can find the one that makes you happy, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks as long as you enjoy it, because it's so important for your physical and your mental health. Sport is incredible because you can get such an amazing community from it. And if you follow your passion, go for it, back yourself, and make sure you ask questions along the way. The people who are your coaches or your friends or your family, they're there to help you and support you, okay? And you do what you want to do and what makes you happy.